Hey guys, Merchant here. So you're saying to yourself, I downloaded the Craftbukkit server and I put in the code and I did everything that I was supposed to, and I just can't get my server to start. Or I've started my server and I just can't seem to get to anyone to connect to it from outside of my own network in my home. Well, let's talk about a couple of the reasons that this might be happening. First, if you run the code and you, as far as you know, have the code correct, where it's giving the correct name of the file for the Java. I'm sorry, not the Java, excuse me. We're going to get to the Java in a second. And that may be your problem, is you don't have correct Java installed. Now, if you have everything correct in the code where it's leading to the jar file of Craftbukkit, and that's all named correctly, then you probably don't have the right version of Java installed. So you're probably going to want to go to download free Java and download Java. If that one doesn't work, you try the different downloads. I believe it's the JRE that you need. I've always found their website kind of strange. It's see, this says offline, and we want probably online ones. So anywho, Java could definitely be the reason that your server isn't starting up initially. If, however, you start your server, yeah, I already have it all installed, it's fine. Okay, so if you have that all installed and it's still not working, you probably have a situation with your ports. And what you're going to want to do is go to one of these port check sites that come up when you Google port check, and you're going to want to check the port number for Minecraft, which is 25565, unless you've changed the port in your server settings. And mine is probably closed. Yeah, it is closed. So what about port 80? Port 80 is open. So, but my other port is closed because I have not opened it on my router, because I don't actually run my server from my home. It's run off a dedicated server. So if you do that and your port is not open, you're going to need to check the settings on your router. You usually do that by going to either your IP address or some kind of address that your router gives you in its instructions, or if you don't have an instruction manual, go online and look up your router and specifically ask, like in the Google search, router settings access or something along those lines, and it should tell you how to access your particular router's settings. And you're going to want to look for your port forward settings, and you're going to want to make sure that they're open for port 25565 for both in and out traffic, so that your Minecraft can connect with people from the outside world. And all that stuff is shut down in order to try to protect you from anyone who would try to access into your computer when you didn't want them to. So if all of that, you do all that and it still does not work, well, then you probably have a situation with your internet provider. The company that provides you internet service may be blocking certain ports. And again, they say that they do this for security reasons, but really it's to try to stop you from running game servers and other kind of servers at your home, and taking away from the amount of internet that everybody's sharing, because everybody kind of shares it a little bit as far as internet speeds and stuff. You share with your neighbor a little bit, and even though you've paid for a certain amount, cable companies and internet providers, they don't really want you to use as much as you actually are supposed to be entitled to. So they try to limit that kind of thing and block out certain ports and stuff. So if you find yourself totally stuck, you can't get anything to open and anything to work, you may want to call your internet provider and ask them, hey, I can't seem to get these ports to open. Can you explain why? And they maybe, even if they're not the ones blocking it, they can test to see if it is open or not, and maybe be able to give you a hand. So do that if all else fails, and good luck to you. If you keep trying and trying, I know you'll get it up and running and people will be able to access it. It just takes a little bit of time to figure it all out. Okay? And anything I haven't answered here, definitely use Google. It's your friend. It'll teach you a lot, and there's plenty of other tutorials out there. And before I leave, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and I will be back with more videos in the future about all kinds of plugins and how to run your server the best that I can explain. So, see you next time.